So we're here today with Dr. Leanna Cupid. She is the state FFA alumni president for this year. She was just elected back in June at our state convention. And she's agreed to spend a few minutes with us today to learn more about alumni, how to get involved with alumni in Louisiana, and what are some of the benefits of being an alumni member. So Dr. Cupid, I guess we would maybe tell us a little bit about yourself. What's your background with FFA and how did you end up in the alumni position that you're in right now?
Hi, Kay. Glad to be with y'all today. I am a former FFA member from the Thibodeau High FFA chapter and served as the 2001-2002 state president. And for a while after high school, maintained some contact working actually back in the state FFA offices as an undergraduate here at LSU. And so over the years, I never really lost contact with the organization. I have quite a few friends and former state officers that are ag teachers. And over the past few years, I have sort of piqued an interest again, in particular to how, as an alumni, we really can support what our local chapters are doing. And so when I asked about the State Alumni Council and the status of it this summer, I heard that we were having elections and trying to really rebuild this state group to facilitate and really support our local alumni chapters and their support of our local FFA chapters. And so I was happy to become a part of the Alumni Council. In my everyday life, I work here at LSU as an applied researcher in the Social Research and Evaluation Center and do some educational K-12 education consulting and research. So I am really looking forward to seeing where we can go as a state alumni association. And there are a lot of avenues that we can use to support our local chapters. But from a state council perspective, we really want to provide those resources to our local alumni chapters and help them help our FFA members.
Well, I'm very thankful that you were able to step up this year into this role. You and the other council members who were elected in June, I think it's a good core group of former members and supporters who really want to give back. And I think we have a lot of potential. It's something that we've needed to do in Louisiana for a long time, was to reorganize our alumni and strengthen it. And we've seen growth. We've picked up several new alumni chapters this year. I think we have about 20 going into the school year. So that's exciting. And I think we're going to pick up more as we go. So we just want to spend a few minutes with you today and ask a few questions, some big things maybe for FFA chapters that are looking to start an alumni, people who want to join alumni. So the first thing I guess I would say is, why would a chapter want to have an affiliated alumni chapter with Louisiana FFA alumni?
Well, a couple of different benefits come from having an alumni chapter. Number one, obviously, the human resource support. Individuals who want to be a part of an FFA alumni chapter that have a tie to FFA and understand the importance that chapters serve not only to their members in their school, but the larger community, typically are individuals who have some knowledge, skills, and abilities that can support our ag teachers and our members. And so whether that you have a specialized interest in, livestock showing or public speaking or leadership development, want to be a part of helping the ag teacher in terms of training teams or finding, supplies and resources for the shop. I mean, so if you love ag and you love FFA and you really want a chance to give back on a local level, being a part of an affiliated alumni chapter is a great way to start. So why affiliate? Because there are some benefits. And one main benefit is that having an alumni chapter, being a part of an alumni chapter, you can support your local chapter in a great way through applying for grants, one of which is able to pay the membership dues for the affiliated chapter fees. And so, when we think about support, financial support is part of that. And we don't ever want, an FFA member's inability to pay their dues to be a barrier to joining. So that's another reason why it's important to have this official affiliate designation between the alumni chapter and the FFA chapter.
Yeah, definitely, definitely critically important benefits and things that can help students in the FFA chapter by having an alumni program. If you want, Dr. Cupid, I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. Let's show people where they can find information and how they actually get the chartering process started. So for those of you who are interested in doing this, if you go to our state website, Dr. Cupid, is the state FFA website on the screen? Can you see it?
Yes, it's up.
Okay. So if you go to our website, this is laffa.org. Here on the top, so if you're an ag teacher, you've probably used these tabs before. You probably spend most of your time either on the association tab or on the LATA tab. Well, today we're going to go to the alumni tab. So if you click on alumni, it will open up. It looks very similar to the other pages of our website. What we're looking for right now is how to start your chapter. So if you have not started your alumni chapter yet, you're looking to do that. You're going to come here to alumni resources and you're going to click on this alumni chartering form. Once the form opens, I'll make this a little bigger so you can see it. Is the form up on the screen? Can you see it? It's very simple. It's 2 pages. You're going to fill this out. If you're brand new, you'll be chartering. If you've had an alumni chapter in the past, you're restarting, you click on reactivating. You'll put in your information. Most of this is probably going to be the same as it is for your high school FFA chapter. You'll fill in all the information. In Louisiana, yes, you'll be an affiliated program. That means that every year you have to have a minimum of 10 members on your roster, and it's a flat $130 fee per year. There are no individual dues in Louisiana for alumni. It's a flat $130 for your 10 members or more. You got to have 1,000 members, and it's still $130. So that's the first page. On the second page, you'll need to identify who your leaders are. Now, this can be ag teachers. This can also be non-ag teachers. You can have other adults in the community who are going to support the program. You can list them as leaders also, and they'll have access to your chapter and any other comments. So you'll fill out these 2 pages, and you will email that to me here at the FFA office, and we'll get your charter processed. It usually takes about a day. Your charter is processed, and then you get access to it. For those of you who are currently ag teachers, the way this will work, once you get access to your chapter, you'll have an alumni number. So right now, your regular FFA chapter number is LA and then 4 digits. The alumni chapters are LAA, 4 digits. So you'll have your own code that'll be assigned to it. You'll put in your roster the exact same way that you currently put in your high school FFA roster. If you've ever looked at it before, when you go to your roster, there's an alumni option. When you click on it, you'll be able to enter your members. It's the exact same process that you follow with your regular high school or middle school FFA roster. So that keeps it very uniform and very easy. There's lots of other resources on our alumni page, so I would encourage you to go through it as you're looking to form your chapter, or once you have your chapter going, if you want to look at ways of improving it, growing it. We did start this Where Are They Now segment last year. So if you want to go back and find former Louisiana FFA members and learn more about where they are and what they do, I would encourage you to share that. Specific to your chapters, we have several resources. So there's a handbook of how to start your chapter, activities to do. We have suggestions on bylaws. There's a quality program guide that National FFA put out several years ago that gives you ideas and indicators on how to assess how well your chapter is doing. Also, if your alumni chapter is going to be separate from your school and you want to do tax exemption, there is a form that you can apply for a 501c3 to make sure that you're tax exempt. It gives you instructions on how to make sure you're taking care of your taxes through the year if it's going to be an account separate from your local high school. Also, if you go to the National FFA website, so if you go to ffa.org, go to Explore FFA, and here on the left side under Get to Know FFA, go to FFA Alumni and Supporters. The national website also is a treasure trove of information for those of you who are an alumni. Last year, the National FFA Alumni launched the Forever Blue Network. If you have not joined this, I would encourage you to do so. It's pretty impressive. It will connect you with business and industry from around the country and people that were former FFA members. It's a good way of networking with other alumni or with potential companies and businesses down the line. Make sure your students who are going to be graduating high school soon have access to this so that they can get the benefits of it. But specific to alumni, it talks about how to join. We just showed you how to do it here on the state level. There are several events that National FFA puts on for alumni throughout the year. There's Forever Blue benefits. But one thing that Dr. Cupid had pointed out was the chapter opportunity. So if we click on this box, this is where you're going to find those grant opportunities that exist to support not only the alumni, but your local middle and high school FFA chapters. The first one here is the one that Dr. Cupid mentioned about supporting affiliation dues for your high school chapter. It's called the Give Back to Your Roots grant. Chapters who apply for this, you can receive up to $5,000. That money can be used to pay for membership dues for your students on the high school level. So if your high school chapter is affiliated, you can use this alumni grant to pay for those affiliation fees. So that means that every student in your local middle or high school could be an FFA member if you have an alumni chapter and you get this grant. So that's a pretty awesome opportunity if you have an alumni chapter. They're always due multiple times a year. So that's March 1st, June 1st, and September 1st of each year. So you get multiple opportunities in the year to apply. We've had several schools in Louisiana have received this grant. Tractor Supply also does their grants. They can be used for programming within the alumni chapter. And then there's several scholarships that are available to alumni members, or you have to have an alumni chapter in order for them to be eligible. So again, lots of benefits that are provided by National FFA monetarily and through activities and events to support your alumni chapters. So Dr. Cupid, what are some specific initiatives that Louisiana FFA alumni is going to be pursuing this year?
Well, as I said, this year we really are looking at it as a rebuilding year and sort of twofold, two initiatives that we're looking at. Number one is really, we'd love to see every FFA chapter have an affiliated alumni chapter. And so here in the next couple of weeks, we are going to be pushing for sort of a recruitment campaign, encouraging our ag teachers, and hopefully through this webinar, we can disseminate some information, and also using our social media platforms. So we're active on Facebook and Instagram to really try to encourage and help provide support to our chapters or individuals who want to start these affiliated chapters. I know just over the last couple of weeks, I've had one or two ag teachers reach out and say, hey, we want to get an FFA alumni chapter started. How do we do that? And so y'all are also welcome to contact the state office, but as myself as well, or any of our alumni council representatives that are in your area. We have area representatives from each of the 4 areas, and we can definitely assist you in just getting this off the ground. Or if you are an existing alumni chapter and need to grow, we can help you figure out and strategize how to increase your membership and set some individual initiatives. So recruitment and increasing the number of alumni chapters that we have in Louisiana is one piece. And the second piece that we really are looking to do this year is raise awareness of alumni in our current members. Because if we don't grow our alumni from within, if high school seniors graduate and they don't really know what the FFA alumni does, they don't know if their chapter does or does not have an affiliated alumni chapter, it makes it really difficult for them or it's a barrier to becoming involved. So we want to have a greater alumni presence at events on the state level, and then also encourage our local alumni chapters to be more involved in our area contests, which some individual members are, but we just want to make that larger push from the alumni council and from alumni chapters, so that when students graduate school, they're ready to join a chapter and become active members of alumni and start giving back immediately. So we can get those 2 things done over this year, then we really are helping to set the stage for some more success going forward, as we sort of get this off the ground again.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. I'm going to share a couple of other things. You talked about social media. Let me show you where you can find the alumni social media. So they do have an Instagram page. You have to look for LAFFA Alumni and Friends. That's the alumni Instagram page. And you can see they've been pretty active over the past several months posting. I really liked y'all's past state officer highlights that you were doing there prior to state convention. That was pretty interesting. I know we had a lot of people got into that, and we're really excited to see some of those people be brought back and see what they were up to today. And then if you go to Facebook, it's the Louisiana FFA Alumni and Supporters is the Facebook page, and here it is trying to populate. So you can find the Facebook page also and follow that. For those of you who are past state officers, there's also a past state officer group that you can join. If you go to the state FFA Facebook page, you can see it. And then Dr. Cupid also talked about how to reach out to the council. If you go back to our alumni page on the website and you click on the Alumni State Council, you can see who those council members are. So it's Dr. Cupid, Brooke, Miss Engler, Mr. Morrow, Miss Blondin, Miss Harding, Mr. Frontno, and Miss Chasson. So there's at least one in each area that you'll be able to reach out to if you ever have any questions. So I guess the last thing, Dr. Cupid, if anybody does have questions, how can they reach you?
So one thing I was thinking about, I wanted to point out that if you currently are in an alumni chapter, and I have sent out some information, some emails, and we're doing a monthly sort of informational email to alumni chapter leaders. And if you have not gotten any communication from me, I'm going to give my email. It's lcupit, CUPIT1@lsu.edu. You can email me and I'll make sure you get on that email list. If you have a question about how to start a chapter, want help, you can contact me at that email as well, or call or text 225-301-4404. Or you can post to the Facebook pages and we'll check those, or Instagram, and get you some assistance. So we really want to make sure that our current chapters are informed, that they know how to contact the council members, and be there to support anyone who does have an interest in starting an alumni chapter.
Dr. Cupid, thank you for all the information today. Thank you for joining us. I'm excited about what alumni is going to do going forward. I think we're definitely in a growth period. It's exciting to come out of the year that we just had and to have some momentum to get back on track with the way things were. So thanks for your time today. We look forward to working with you this year.
Thank you.